The demonstration with Coscientist operating on our liquid handler robot is a simple chemical reaction or two Suzuki and Sonogashira cross couplings that we also showcased in the publication as the very first chemical reactions when they were entirely planned, designed, and executed by a non-organic intelligence. So Coscientist was the driver on this, with having a simple prompt from us scientists, human scientists, as to perform those two reactions, and Coscientist given what is available in the setup of the robot to perform those reactions. No other intervention takes place. And what is amazing about this is that now you can really democratize access to automation. A cloud lab is a similar idea to how we have cloud computing. You have multiple different instruments that can perform experiments. You write and submit your experiment as code, so it's highly reproducible and shareable. So anyone from anywhere can write code that will then be executed as those experiments in Cloud Lab. It's performed by a mix of technicians and robots. There's a lot of thought that goes into designing experiments, and that is one of the most interesting things about the Cloud Lab initiative, where you write the experiment protocol as code. Coscientist is a co-pilot for Cloud Labs, enabling the writing of that code and understanding what is next in the experimental design to be much closer to the scientists in natural language. Coscientist has access to web with a web searcher and documentations with a documentation searcher, also large language models that give it the capabilities to also execute code in a secure environment or perform experiments. Coscientist writes the code for the environment that it can perform those experiments, be it the robots in our lab or in an environment such as Cloud Labs. CMU Cloud Lab has a vast amount of different hardware types. Coscientist can interface with that directly and therefore use any of those instruments for any problems that we would try to tackle. So far, we don't know what are the limits for Coscientists. And that's something exciting we're going to be exploring going forward. With the development of any new technology, we always try to be cognizant of the possibility for unexpected or malintended uses. We are working closely with many of the big players in large language models and foundation models to make sure that they are safe, but we are also developing architectures for guardrails that will allow for us to have a safe environment specifically on large language models for physical sciences.